if you want to stop being average, is stop measuring yourself against everybody else and start measuring yourself against your full potential. So stop looking at what everybody else is doing and start looking at what is your full potential. Now, that's a scary thing because there's Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And maybe we don't all have the IQ of Elon Musk, but if you look at your full potential, there's a pretty big gap between where you are right now and where you could be. Now, why do we compare ourselves against everybody else instead of our full potential? Because it's easier.
Yeah, and we can pick the audience for sure, right? Like, well, I'm better than that guy.
Oh, yeah. Like most of the time when people are referencing other people's performance, they're going to reference somebody that is, going to make them feel like they're okay. So maybe they're doing a little better than them. But if most of the time what you hear, especially in our industry, and you guys are going to laugh when I say this, is that if somebody is outperforming us and we compare ourselves to them, we then follow it up by it's their market, they're lucky in some way, the numbers aren't true, whatever it is. This happens in 20 groups all the time where people are like, oh, but it's the Liars Club. And I always say, well, even if it's the Liars Club, why don't we pretend that it's real so it gives us something to shoot at? Why don't we just pretend that it's real? Whether it is the Liars Club or not, why do we need to make ourselves feel better?
Yeah, I think the true Liars Club, I was hoping that was where you were headed with this. So thinking about that, that half of people are below average. How many people in that half identify that they're below average?
None of them.
They are in complete denial. So the Liars Club is that people aren't honest with themselves about where they stand.
No, because it's a protection mechanism. Like if you're not super motivated and you don't want to attack that gap between what your full potential is and where you are right now, the easiest way to keep yourself from committing suicide is
to lie about it.
Create a narrative where everything's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just human nature, because otherwise the world is too brutal and it's too depressing, and we would be very down on ourselves to a detrimental level, like not good. But when you look at full potential and you look at it as a game and it's fun, and you kind of, you're comparing yourself to yourself and not to others, and you stop paying attention to what others are doing, that can be really, really inspiring.
Yeah, if you get past the scary part.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of fun to think about, right? I mean, it is. Okay, so what do you think about that? Does that resonate with you? Like, stop comparing to others and start comparing yourself to your full potential.
So the only question I have for you is, so if you're someone that's saying, okay, I'm buying what Chris is saying, I'm interested in this journey, how would you identify what your full potential is?
Well, it should be in reference to where you're at today. So if you're a service advisor, is your full potential to be the best service advisor in that drive?
So I don't think so personally. I would say that it should be the best in the brand or the best in the country.
Well, just come along with me for a second, because I was going to get to that.
Okay.
But if we have a service drive, and let's say there's 5 advisors, only one of them is top.
That's right. So you have to
more than half of them are average or below.
Right.
So let's assume that some of the people listening to this aren't top in their service drive, right? And so could you just, think, well, the full potential is I could be number 1 in my drive.
Right.
Okay.
That's funny to think about. So only 2 in the whole drive are above average.
Yeah.
3
now,
are at
is
or below.
full potential, could you be number 1 in our comp? If you're in our system and you know our advisor comp and the awards we give out every month and all that, could you be number 1 in that? Is that your full potential?
Could be.
Could your full potential just be pay if you're a commission? If you're a tech and you're flat rate, could your full potential be to run at 150%? Yeah. And so now, what happens in your mind if you're running at 90% and you say, well, my full potential is 150%. Now, what excuses are going to come into your mind, especially valid ones, like the parts department?
Parts department.
Service advisor.
I only get the warranty tickets. The service
Dispatch.
advisors never call.
Right.
They can't sell anything. I never get the good work. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we just turn the car around and we're headed back to below average.
That's right.
Right. And so you have to work through those things. Now maybe you need to go work somewhere else. Maybe you need a new shop to work in. But whatever it is. But your full potential is different than what you're doing right now. For sure. Everybody listening to this, your full potential is different than what you're doing right now. So I think to answer your question, it's individual, and you can start small and have some wins, gain some confidence, right? A big part of why people don't do this is self-esteem.
They can't admit to themselves.
If you start small and you get some wins, then your self-esteem starts to come up. You feel good, that's contagious, and then you start to think bigger. So let's not wake up tomorrow and say, hey, we're gonna be Elon Musk and we're gonna go to Mars.
Yeah.
But could we be the best where we are? Could we be the best in the market? Could we make more money? Could we collect more customers? Whatever it is, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. Like if you're above average, you make money. If you're below average, you make excuses.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.